Hi writers, welcome to workshop time. Make sure that you have your story with you. So this week in phonics, we've been learning about two super duper very important things. And I started thinking last night, wait a minute, we haven't talked about how those two super duper important things impact us all as writers. So today I want to teach you that writers reread their own writing and they ask themselves, is my writing saying what I want it to say? And does it make sense? They look at end punctuation. To help build this writing habit, writers write a page and then they stop and reread it and ask themselves, did I add end punctuation so that it makes sense to my readers? So I brought my own writing with me today, and my story is about my trip to New York City. Now I'm going to read my last page out loud to you. This is my third page that I wrote last night. And I want you to think, is this an awesome page or does it need some more work? So make sure your listening ears are turned on. Here we go. As I walked up and down the street, so many wonderful smells greeted me. I smelled cotton candy and funnel cakes and pizza baking, and it all smelled so yummy, and I realized I was starving, so I asked my family if we could make a stop for lunch on our magical journey. Whew, a little out of breath there. I want you to pause the video now and talk to your writing partner. What did you notice about my writing? I don't know about you, but I was out of breath after that last sentence. Some of you might have said, wow, Mrs. Vestal wrote a run-on sentence. And I did. Remember, a run-on sentence is one that keeps running and running and running and going and going and going, and it never stops because there's no punctuation and keeps going and going and going, and our readers run out of breath by the end. We learned in phonics that run-on sentences are not good for us as second grade writers. So I need to rework this. I need to edit and revise. Man, take a look at how long that sentence is. All right. Well, I know that I need to add some end punctuation. And now, because I'm adding some end punctuation in, I'm also going to be having some capitalization problems that I'm going to have to talk about. Now, let me think. I know that periods are an end punctuation, and periods are for telling. I also know exclamation points are for strong emotions. They're for yelling. They're for super happy moments and super angry moments and super surprised moments. Exclamation points show strong emotion. And I also know that there are question marks. Question marks ask a question. They inquire. So I need to think about my punctuation, okay? I remember all of that from phonics. But now I also need to think about my capitalization, and we learned about that in phonics as well. I have my chart here to help me remember that we start a sentence with a capital letter. Names and places, the word I is capitalized. We talked about different products and different names like Barbie dolls and Kleenex tissues, and we talked about dates and months. I need to use what I already know about punctuation and what I already know about capitalization, and I definitely need to rework this last page. So your job right now as a writer is to take a look at your own story. Where do you maybe need to add some capitalization and punctuation? I'm going to do some editing and revising right now, and this is what I want for you to do. Study your work, pause the video, make any changes that you need to, end punctuation and capitalization, and then rejoin our group. All right, friends, so I've been working really hard, and so have you during our independent work time. Now, I've added a lot of punctuation in here, so I actually just rewrote the entire page so that I could edit and revise as I needed to. So I wanted to show you some things that I added in. Well, first of all, I wanted to show you that I added an exclamation point here. And this is important because remember, exclamation points, they show emotion. Okay? And I also remember that big long sentence, it's no longer. I broke it up into several sentences. So now I have one sentence, two sentences, and three sentences. And I circled all my end punctuation so that you could take a look at it. So I said, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. And I need to add end punctuation into my writing. So now let me reread my writing to you. And I want you to think, okay, is this better or does she still need some work to do? As I walked up and down the street, so many wonderful smells greeted me. I smelled cotton candy, funnel cakes, and pizza baking. Period. It all smelled so yummy! Exclamation point. I realized that I was starving, so I asked my family if we could make a stop for lunch on our magical journey. Wow, I can't believe that just a couple periods, getting rid of a couple ands, and changing some capital letters really made all of that difference. Now, your job for today, readers and writers and professors of phonics, because you have to be 3 at once today. You have to be able to read your own writing. You have to be phonics professors for spelling, punctuation, and capitalization. And you're obviously writers because we're in Writer's Workshop. So this is your job today. Your job today is to go through your writing. And you're going to think, does this make sense? And does this say what I want it to say? If it needs to be edited and revised, you're going to do that today. Remember, use all that you know about capital letters and also end punctuation to help you. Off you go, writers.